Lee Rutherford and number 2 Royal Scent, who cruised to victory in the 5th on the card here at Ellerslie today, ahead of number 1 Bundy Lad, going a particularly nice run in second spot, and 5 Legal Regal to complete the trifecta. And number 2 Royal Scent returning to scale, as I mentioned, the rider Lee Rutherford. It's Royal Scent's 12th win from 58 starts, and on the tote, number 2 Royal Scent paid $5.35, $1.75. 1 Bundy Lad second at $3.60. 5 Legal Regal third paid $2.35. The 1 and 2 Quinella $30 even. The 215 trifecta $445.55. So Royal Scent, the confirmed winner of race number 5 here at Ellerslie today. But we're going to head now to Ashburton and link up once again with Rion Murtha.
Thanks, George. We come to the most important race here at the Queen's Birthday Weekend Carnival at the Ashburton Trotting Club. It's the Bank of New Zealand Sapling Stakes, a race that's had years and years of tradition. Since 1919 this race has been running. I think it's only missed running on 1 year in 1990 where it wasn't held. I've got an idea that was because the weather put paid to any chance of holding that day, but I'm not exactly sure now, even though it's not that long ago. But it's been a tradition, of course, for many, many years. It was the top 2-year-old race in the country, still retains its prestige, but has dropped back in stakes as not being quite the leading race in terms of stake money being offered. This is the favourite for the race, Warlord. He's from the Colin de Philippi stable. He's just won one race so far in his career, but he missed the start at Addington last week when he just broke at the start, starting from 10 metres back. Didn't go with the field, and then there was a horrendous crash in the running of the race, and Colin de Philippi, in hindsight now, thinks that possibly it might have been a good thing that he didn't begin with him, otherwise he may have been involved, because only 3 were really left contesting the race. But Warlord was able to miss any chance of running into the trouble because he broke and lost so much ground at the start. But that's the first mistake he's ever made behind the stand. He's had 3 standing start races, and today the punters are making him the favourite for this. $2.55 and $1.40. Ran a couple of good races behind Iraklis and also the Court Owl at Addington, and his build up to these races, and naturally without those top 2-year-olds in, and Karumba and a few of the top North Island and South Island 2-year-olds that are competing in next Friday night's Juvenile Championship at Alexandra Park, then perhaps the field's not as strong as he might otherwise have met here today. The punters think he can win it. Now number 8 is Winning Sermo, just behind there in the red and white colours from the Jim Ferguson stable. This horse was badly affected by the smash 2 the other night at Addington Raceway. It got involved. It was quite handy when the trouble occurred, and then lost its place, tailed the field for a long way, but did well to get as close as it did at the finish, eventually ending up in about 6th spot. And it was only its first start. Jim Ferguson's got a couple of nice young horses under the same name by Sermo Hanover. Winning Sermo's this one. The other one is Avon Sermo. He tells me that it's been sold north and will start out of the Roy and Barry Purdon stable. So watch out for that in the North Island, a horse called Avon Sermo. This is the other horse that was expected to do well the other night at Addington, Meditation. It's from the Brian O'Meara stable. It was having its first start the other night. It's been knocking the tracks down really at the trials. It's been very impressive at the trials, Meditation, but a 2 got involved in the smash the other night. It fell and it was put out of the contest. It's since won a trial at Addington during the week very impressively, so it obviously took no trouble from its experience in the smash that it suffered at Addington last week at the New Brighton meeting. Came through and won at the trials last Wednesday. So as you can see, he's a big, fine, upstanding 2-year-old he is too, and he's expected to go very well. He's by New York Motoring from Silky to Bella, and of course he's also related to some of the other horses that Brian O'Meara trained and were also successful 2-year-olds. Number 5 is Rural Zona filly. She's from the West Coast stable of Hopper McDonald. Well, Hopper McDonald's over here, but she's owned on the West Coast in the Westport area, and has always looked likely, this mare, filly. She's got plenty of courage. She was virtually put out of the race the other night as well, and did well to get 4th in the end. But she's a genuine sort of a filly and stays on very well, and if she can be somewhere near them, you can expect her to be running home stronger than any of them at the finish of the race. Almitra Star, the horse that ran second the other night to Kentuckiana in that race, and Almitra Star and Kentuckiana and Poindexter, I think they were about the only ones that really didn't suffer any trouble. And Kentuckiana won the race, but this horse was second. This horse has been pretty honest, really. Right at the beginning of the season, he started to show a bit of potential, probably as a young 2-year-old, just a little on the weak, immature side, but as he grows in stature and gets older, he's strengthened up a lot, and he seems to be a lot tougher than he was in the early part of the career when he was racing quite consistently, but unable to just beat the opposition. So at this stage of his career, he's only had the 4 placings from about 11 starts, yet to break through for his first win. Number 4, Poindexter, another one very much in the same category. He's only had a handful of starts, Poindexter, but it was virtually eliminated from the race at one stage. Of the 3 that were left in the contest, Poindexter was in a gap of about 100 metres, but eventually got up to finish in 3rd spot, Poindexter, behind Kentuckiana, and that indicated that he too's got a little bit of ability, having to overcome the tragedy of the fall the other night and virtually put out of the contest, but still getting up to finish in a dividend-bearing place. So Poindexter, a horse that's improving. It's by New York Motoring, and of course comes up from the Rosalind Bush stable of Murray Swain. 1 or 2 newcomers in the race as well, whose chances we don't know too much about. This fellow here, number 4, Poindexter, we've just spoken about. But Motoring Fella, number 2, and number 3, Loves to Shop, they're pretty inexperienced. There's, in the green and gold colours, just ahead of Poindexter, a horse called Loves to Shop. She's a filly, just going out of picture on the right there. Rick May is driving her. Just pick her up there. There she is. And she's by Butler BG. It's trained by Barry Ward. Barry's had a few good horses through his stable. She's had a couple of races. Loves to Shop. Went down to Forbury Park. Ran in the fillies race down there. Didn't finish in the places anyway. Was well back. But I think blew it at the start. And prior to that had been a moderate 5th in her first start, which was encouraging for her owners and trainer, of course, that perhaps she's got a little wee bit of talent. Motoring Fella's drawn in close there in the purple and white colours. That's Jack Smolenski's drive. Mark trains it, his son, and that's having its first start in this race tonight, or this afternoon rather. And Sapling Stakes over the years has often caused a bit of a boil over. A lot of the champions have never won this race. They've been beaten, so it sometimes provides a bit of an upset. Tuapeka Knight, of course, has the track record for the race of just a bit over 3-2. So they're just about set now as they come up to the barrier. Standing start this year, the Bank of New Zealand Sapling Stakes. 2,400 metres from the stand. Motoring Fella just rearing and backing off a little bit. And Colin De Philippi jumps off Warlord to attend to some of the gear. So the track record for the race, I'm not sure, I think there might be a mobile that Tuapeka Knight had of 3-2 and a bit. There was the mobile, I think the standing start might be 3-4 and a bit by He's a 10, although that was a standing start here about 4 years ago that He's a 10 won it. So just waiting for these couple to come in now, and just a few of them getting a bit disorganised. Can't look at, get a chance to have a look at the records, but I'm sure that Tuapeka Knight's win was a mobile start. So here we're just about set now. Looking a little bit closer to a start now for the start of the Sapling Stakes. The outsiders coming in, Meditation comes up. And so on the outside of Meditation, Sam's Corner. They're racing, and the Bank of New Zealand Sapling Stakes is underway. Almitra Star stepped away brilliantly, winning Sermo Broke, and so did Motoring Fella. They're dropping back through the field, but Almitra Star skies away to be about 5 lengths in front now of Loves to Shop. Going out after them quickly, Sam's Corner running into second, about 2 or 3 lengths away to Poindexter. It's followed by Rules Owner. Warlord's 2 lengths back. It's followed by Meditation, a gap of 3 lengths. Then there's 4 back to Gidgee. Gidgee's followed followed another 3 away by Motoring Fella, and Winning Sermo's now in a gap of about 5 lengths. They race round the turn in the Sapling Stakes field. It's strung out, and they're all at individual lengths as they race round the turn now. Round into the straight comes the leader, bowling along Almitra Star by 2 lengths. Running into second spot is Sam's Corner, chasing the leader. They're about 3 or 4 lengths in front then of Loves to Shop. Another 3 or 4 to Poindexter, 3 or 4 further back to Rule Zona, followed by the favourite Warlord with Meditation behind that. Gidgey's 2 lengths back, another 2 away to Happy Motoring, or Motoring Fella rather, and 3 lengths further back to Winning Sermo. So down through the straight, 1600 metres to go. Almitra Star clear on its own, 2 lengths in front now as they reach the judges' line, a lap to go. Sam's Corner's running in the trail, 3 lengths away to Loves to Shop. It's being followed by Poindexter, another 3 to Rule Zona. Warlord the favourite back in 5th spot, 2 lengths back. Meditation follows that, then Gidgey, followed then by Motoring Fella, and Winning Sermo still the tail ender. They're closing most of the big gaps now. They're all in Indian file still as they race round into the back, and with 1200 metres left to run, Almitra Star a length and a half clear now. In second spot is Sam's Corner, 3 lengths away. They were followed in third place by Loves to Shop. Rule Zona is fourth, no, Poindexter is fourth, Rule Zona is fifth. First to take off as Meditation goes up outside of Warlord. Gidgey is 3 lengths away. 4 further back, they were followed by Motoring Fella, and 5 to Winning Sermo. Down the back they travel now, approaching the 800 metres on the back straight, and still no change in the order really. In front still is Almitra Star. Running in second spot is Sam's Corner, 3 lengths further back, but getting the stitches. Loves to Shop is going around the outside as Meditation. Poindexter follows that, then Rule Zona. Warlord not being hurried at this stage, and back on the inside of it Gidgey, 4 lengths further away to Motoring Fella, and 5 to Winning Sermo. Past the 600, Almitra Star now. He's thrown down the gauntlet to them, puts 3 lengths over the field. Catch Me If You Can, round the turn they come, and Leo O'Reilly trying to get the break on the field in the Sapling Stakes. Coming after it, Rule Zona, breaking up back in the field. We've got Loves to Shop, and so too did Sam's Corner, but as they swing for home, and now going up outside it, Warlord's come very prominently, very quickly. Rule Zona's on its inner. Warlord the favourite strides up outside of Almitra Star, then Rule Zona. Meditation swinging its tail, it can't do any better, and further back to Poindexter, but Warlord has gone clear of the field now, and in the Bank of New Zealand Sapling Stakes the favourite's going to be Home and Dried. It's 4 lengths in front going to the line, an easy win for Warlord. It's out by 4 lengths. Second home Almitra Star. Rule Zona was third, Meditation fourth, a gap of 6 lengths to Poindexter, then Sam's Corner, 10 lengths away to Loves to Shop. It was followed in by Motoring Fella and Gidgey, and Winning Sermo was the last to go by. He made no race of it really, Warlord. He was well back in the field, but Colin de Philippi, once they came round the turn, let him loose, and he just went up outside the leader, no trouble whatsoever. So a smart horse, and of course this half-brother to Ginger Man and Smooth Genghis is a very smart pacer indeed, and even though the stars weren't here today, he would have given them a bit of hurry up, I'm sure, if they had have been competitors in this event. Warlord takes out the classic Bank of New Zealand Sapling Stakes for 1995 and will return to Wanganui and Alexander Fields.
Thanks, Ree. On race number 6 at Wanganui, the Johnson and Webber 8000, courtesy of Burlington. The Wind Movers, number 2 Black Ace from 760 in now to 530. 3 Eager to Score is the favourite, has moved in from $4.95, now at $4.05. 11 Larrikin Lady, 670, now 860. Number 7 Sky Council has moved right out from 13s to 19s. Number 6 Master Wit from 9s into 780, and 10 Diamond Direct from 12s out to 1555. Let's have a look at the Wind Movers for Otago race 6. It's the Otago Daily Times birthday handicap. 1 Good Grief from 14s, halved the price now to $7.50. Number 3 Corrigan Lad from 460 out to 575. Number 10 Ladies Gift has moved out to 665. Number 11 Margot from 14s out to 19s, and 9 Centennial Rose 710 into $6.40. 4 Sasha's Son from 26s into 20. Just looking through the highlights here, Good Grief and Magic at 750 and 220. Circuit Breaker, Foreman Northerner at 530 and 155. Corrigan Lad about the same. Sarah's Son, looking through the market there, Superior Rank number 7 at 5s and 2s. Centennial Rose at 6s and 2s, the same money for 10, Ladies Gift. And number 11 at 19 and 545. Back here to our pre-start pictures at Wanganui for race number 6, a 13-horse field. And with DB Draft, we'll try and get a few of them before they load away. As I said, a 13-horse field. Here is the favourite, Eager to Score, Darren Weatherly's mount. And, Tony, this horse is heading for 4 wins in a row.
Yes, well, certainly the last 3 have been very impressive, and a horse that's really come of age, Eager to Score. This one 4 from 14, 6 placings in there as well, and $3.90, in fact $4 as we cross, and $1.80. Yeah, it's quite a good little field, this one, though. He's got the likes of Black Ace up against him, and Master Wit, Chang Jiang in company with the Blazer. Quite a lot of them loaded away, so deserves to be favourite. To win 4 in a row, you've got to be pretty smart, don't you?
Yes, this is a nice race with the horse. A lot of trainers do have problems placing their horses with 4 wins, but under the new structure, the horse comes in quite well, really, at 56.5.
Here are Bishop and Just Red combined in the last to win. This is Master Wit from the same stable, quite a talented horse.
Yes, by Americas, the horse should have no problems, having won 1 on a heavy track and 4 placings as well. I think we're all but set, Tony. Courtesy of Radio Pacific, we'll give it to you to take them through the race.
Good on you, Alexander. Black Ace goes in, so Bold Myth will be the last of them to load away. $4 180 Eager to Score, $5 170 Black Ace, and $7.05 275 for the Blazer. They just await the all clear signal, which they have now, so Bold Myth will be asked to link away, has drawn pretty wide. The rest of them stand up okay, and still we await Bold Myth to go in. He's walked up now. So the starter, Ollie French, to the top of the platform. We're ready. Johnson and Webber optometrists, 8,000. Racing, away they go from the 1360. Eager to Score back at the jump, as to then Master Wit, Prince Burlington and Arab Jack. From out wide, Bold Myth has begun brilliantly to be the leader. Going after it shortly after the start is Haley Baby and Black Ace over on the inside, and the Blazer with those 2 to Sky Council, Diamond Direct, and Gadar in company with those out a bit wider. Chang Jiang the next inside of Arab Jack, and Larrikin Lady Eager to Score getting closer now, and then Master Wit outside of Prince Burlington as they work off the back. They've got 900 metres to travel, and Bold Myth out wide as the leader to Haley Baby the inside. The Blazer third, Black Ace fourth, and then Sky Council Eager to Score's become prominent. Diamond Direct just on the inside of it. Chang Jiang's covered up by Arab Jack, 2 to Larrikin Lady Gadar, and then Master Widden dropping off as Prince Burlington down to the side, 600 metres to go. Bold Myth, and they're starting to attack it on the outside now. Sky Council Eager to Score and the Blazer. Just in behind them then Diamond Direct and Black Ace as they come up towards the home corner. Then we've got running on now as Master Wit as they turn in. We've got now the Blazer outside of Bold Myth, Sky Council and Eager to Score right down the outside with its run as they turn in, and the favourite hit the front, Eager to Score. From the Blazer on the inside, going with it again. Here's Master Wit right down the outside, is now starting to get home strongly. Eager to Score from the Blazer. Master Wit's cutting them back down the outside. The 3 of them have drawn clear. Eager to Score, Master Wit and the Blazer. Eager to Score, Master Wit's trying to get it, hasn't. Eager to Score, 4 on the trot. Master Wit second, the Blazer third, Gadar in a break of 5 lengths. Then Larrikin Lady, Sky Council behind them. They were followed then by Diamond Direct, further away Prince Burlington, Black Ace. Chang Jiang, Bold Myth, Arab Jack back, as to then has been Haley Baby, a driving finish. But boy, it's got a ticker. Number 3, Eager to Score at $3.65 and $1.65 has done it yet again. As we take a look at the replay now with Auto Check, it looked as though Master Wit was going to run past them. Eager to Score kept on finding on the inside with the Blazer the inside of the 2. But Eager to Score and Darren Weatherly asking the horse for the very last, and there it is. Got about a head victory over Master Wit and the Blazer. It will be the third of them home. Let's head on down south now and rejoin Kevin Payne at Otago.
Thanks, Tony. Well, the field just milling round behind the barrier at the 2,200 metre starting point for the Otago Daily Times Birthday Handicap. Due to get underway at 2 o'clock. The favourite is number 2. That is Circuit Breaker at $4.60 and $1.60 for the place. A last start winner at Gore on an easy track. It gets a heavy track here today, and officially this morning the track was classed as soft, but it was heavy in patches, and after the first event the track changed to heavy. Circuit Breaker, being by Oak Ridge out of Molear, should handle the heavy track conditions. It has run on it 16 times for 4 wins and 4 placings, so must be very hard to beat. $4.60 and $1.60 the place. Hardest for the horse to beat should be Corrigan Lad, and that's the one the Punters Club have got its hopes on. Corrigan Lad's at $6.70 and $2.45. There it is in shot there now. Russell Makara takes the mount, and it's by State of King, so the ground won't worry Corrigan Lad out of Philmac. Has had 7 starts on a heavy track for 2 wins and 1 placing, and certainly loves the course. Has had 5 starts for 4 wins, and the only miss was over 1,200 metres fresh up when the horse obviously wasn't suited by the 1,200 metres, not its pet distance. Gets it more to its liking here today. Corrigan Lad at $7.05 now and $2.40. Great money on offer for that runner. So the field are all but set to run now. We just await Good Grief, of course, who started in the hurdles event on the first day. It was its first hurdles attempt. Ran 9th on that occasion. Chris Johnson takes the mount, and it's back to a flat race here today. So the field aligned and ready to run. 2,200 metres the trip. They're racing now. And beginning best of all was Prince Gunner, one out from the fence. Ladies Gift, Tracy's Powell up in the early rusher positions. That'll take the lead, Tracy's Powell. Then a little wider out on the outside of that runner next then as they work their way up the straight, Centennial Rose. Margot is wider out. There's no speed on early. Ladies Gift just in behind those now. Then followed back then as they work their way out of the straight by Superior Rank, who's one off the fence. A little wider out to Friendly Henry, and wider still to the favourite Circuit Breaker. That's followed back in behind those two, Corrigan Lad, the inside of Good Grief, and 2.5 to Sash's Son as they really kick up the mud leaving the straight now. Tracy's Powell is the leader by about 1.5 lengths to Prince Gunner, with 2 lengths away Ladies Gift the inside. Margot was 3 wide, and between the pair then Centennial Rose. Then Superior Rank back on the inside of Circuit Breaker. About 1.5 lengths further away next we've got Friendly Henry. Good Grief travelling around that, and second to last on the inside is Corrigan Lad. 2 lengths further away to Sash's Son, who's last of all. Into the back, passing the 1,400 metre mark they go, and Tracy's Powell the leader. A length to spare over Prince Gunner, with Ladies Gift on the inside of Margot next. It's followed 1.5 lengths away on the outside, Centennial Rose. Then Superior Rank the inside, then the favourite Circuit Breaker in the bright green. It's followed at the 1,200 metre mark, 2 lengths away to Good Grief on the outside of Friendly Henry, and Corrigan Lad held up on the inside next. Sash's Son is last of all. 8 lengths first to last as they travel down the far side. The leader to the 1,000 metre mark is Tracy's Powell. A half in advance of Prince Gunner, 1.5 lengths back on the inside, Ladies Gift. Then Margot on the outside. Johnson's taking Good Grief forward on the outside next to go up into third. Then came Centennial Rose giving ground. Circuit Breaker passes it. Then followed back along the inside Superior Rank. Then Corrigan Lad. Sash's Son and Friendly Henry dropped to the tail of the field. They worked their way across to by the 700 metre mark. Prince Gunner hit the front. Prince Gunner a half on Tracy's Powell the inside. Good Grief punched along by Johnson. About 2 lengths away to Ladies Gift, then Margot. The favourites coming into it, Circuit Breaker, as is Corrigan Lad a little wider out. Then came Centennial Rose, followed back along the inside to Superior Rank, then Friendly Henry, and 2.5 to Sash's Son. Up the rise by the 400 metre mark, and Good Grief swept to the front. It's Good Grief on the outside. Tracy's Powell hugging the fence. Then came on the outside Circuit Breaker. Margot is right there. Then came a little wider out. Then we've got, as they work their way down the straight, the next runner, Friendly Henry. But the leader is Good Grief. Circuit Breaker coming after it with Margot. Then Tracy's Powell, Corrigan Lad, and down the outside, Friendly Henry. But it's Good Grief. He's gone to hurdling on the first day of the meet, and he's come back to the flat, and he loves the flat racing. He's away in the lead, and he wins it with his ears pricked. It goes for the minor money here, and I think Circuit Breaker got that from on the outside, Friendly Henry, and Margot on the inside of the pair in a 3-way photo. Then came Corrigan Lad, followed on the outside next, then to Centennial Rose, Sash's Son. Tracy's Powell back in behind those with Superior Rank. Then came Prince Gunner, and Ladies Gift has come home at the tail of the field. No doubt in the winner, Good Grief. Back to flat racing today. He's showing $7.30 to win and $2.35 for the place, and Chris Johnson racks up 3 for the day. There's Good Grief and Chris Johnson away in the lead by 2 or 3 lengths at this stage. Circuit Breaker in the bright green, Margot in the purple, and flashing home late on the outside, Friendly Henry. But no doubt in the winner, Good Grief has won it easily. Ears pricked at the line and gives Chris Johnson his 3rd winning ride of the day. Possibly Circuit Breaker in the centre, just second, and Friendly Henry. That'll be very, very close, and I think Margot 4th's about the best it can manage. So photos for the minor money. Could go either way, but no doubt in the winner. Good Grief, a 6-year-old gelding by Coral Reef out of Naughty Boa, is owned by J.R. Kincaid, trained by Ted Winslow of Gore. Chris Johnson, as we said, racks up 3 winning rides for the day. That's the first leg of the double, all complete here at Wingatui We once again return up north to George Simon.
Thanks, Kevin, and those placings and dividends on that event taken out by Good Grief as soon as they become available. The Jacobson Headstones handicap is over 2,100 metres. The Burlington Air Express wind movers for the event. Our next live race here on trackside. Number 2, the Jacket, open at 5.05 and now to 4.05. 4, Hampton's Choice from 9.15 out to 12.05. 8 is Chico from $6.30 out now to 7.30. 7, True Zam from $9 into 7.75. 9 is Ice Pick out to $9.05. And number 14, Nandina Heights from 18 now out to $22.85. Looking at the market, and number 2, the Jacket, 4.05, 165. 3, Glen Bay, 30 and 9.55. 4 is Hampton's Choice at 12.05 and 3.55. At about the same odds as number 5, Kentucky Tom, the mount of David Peak. 6 is Peppers, 21 and 6.80. 7, True Sam, 7.75 and $2.60. 8 is Chico, 7.30 and 2.75. 9, Ice Pick, 9.05 and $3 even. 10, Fair Score, 12.55 and 3.30. 11 is Hud's Mate at 12.60, 3.90. 12, Tassenberg, 10.15 and 2.90. 14, Nandina Heights at 22 and 6.90. 18 is Calm Heights at 56 and 17, and 19, Romantic Heights, 29 and $8.30 the place. 10 past 2, about 5 minutes away from the start in the 6th here at Ellerslie. The result of race 6 from Wanganui, 3, Eager to Score, got there at 3.65, 165, 4th successive win in a row. 6, Master Wit, $2.85, and 9, The Blaze, a third at 2.60. 3 and 6, Quinella paid $17.90. The 369 Trifecta, $126.75. Good day down at Wingatui today for Chris Johnson. I think that's his 3rd win for the day. The one coming aboard at Good Grief. And we have those, in fact, those dividends are just not quite available yet on that event from Wingatui. We'll have them after the break.
Whatever you drive quality. Drive Kumho.
Your home reflects your taste. It's a positive statement, a fulfillment of your dreams. Your furnishings, the best. Your carpets from Prestige Carpet and Vinyl, contemporary or traditional. Prestige Carpets and Vinyl, Auckland. Prestige Carpets and Vinyl, home of the world's best flooring. For guaranteed satisfaction, competitive prices, superb work. Prestige. Prestige quality, prestige value. Prestige Carpets and Vinyl, because you've worked for the very best.
Fayette Park, home of the champion sire Grosvenor, VRC Derby winner Omnicorp, and Dual St Ledger winner Touching Wood. The Breeders' Corner, an integral part of the Ford Report, brought to you by Fayette Park, the classic connection.
We have the result of race 6 from Otago. Number 1, Good Grief, first at 7.30 and $2.35. 2, Circuit Breaker, second, 1.45. 5, Friendly Henry, third, paid $5.20. The 1 and 2, Quinella, paid $9.10. And the Trifecta, 1, 2 and 5, $342.55. So as we head back round to the start now for the Jacobson Headstones handicap over 2,100 metres, race 6 here at Ellerslie today on DB Draft Steeples Day. And a favourite for this event and what is a good betting race is number 2, the Jacket. Disregard those dividends going across there. But the Jacket is the favourite. There it is there. 4-year-old by Racing is Fun, trained by Kerry Werner at Takanini, looking to go for its 5th successive win. Matthew Williamson has the mount once again. Adua Steo is the Jacket, certainly fights like a tiger, and punters think he can make it 5 in a row with victory in this event. $3.50 and $1.70 the money. Jim Collett rides number 8, Chico, and the horse is trained by Jim's brother Richard at Pukekohe. 4-year-old gelding by